Okay, we have a 1750 battle report for you today. Eldar, Foot Eldar. You've seen it before against Dark Eldar. Grudge match over here, a 40k fluff grudge match. Witches inside, Raiders, Ravager, Trueborn, tiny Trueborn units inside those Venoms. Incubi inside this one. Razor Wing there and 11 Warriors over there. And you've seen this army before. I'm hiding behind this building because my opponent rolled to go first, so I've hidden everyone behind this building as much as possible. Wraithguard, Wraithlords, Eldrad Avatar, Walkers, 2 units of Guardians, 2 units of Pathfinders infiltrated around. And I'm going to try to steal initiative to try to get my initiative going. Yeah, that's right. We're being smart trying to hide behind here. Let's see if I can be lucky and steal initiative.
No!
Good
luck to you, sir.
Good luck to you. All right, so on to turn 1 for Dark Eldar. Top of turn 1, what happened? Things moved out here, flat out on the Witches, right next to these guys, flat out on the Incubi, next over here. This thing moved out, fired all of its guns into here, but they made all their cover saves. That bounced off. Ravager tried to be in range to hit 1 Warwalker, so they would have had cover, but they were just about 2 inches out. So I'm going to try to respond with those walkers. Over here, 2 missiles from that guy, blasting these guys, killed 5 of them outright, but they made their leadership. They were just too far away to get the leadership from this guy, but they made it anyways, and that was it. So we weathered that turn okay. These guys over here flew up flat out into that general area. So, rounding up, bottom of Eldar, turn 1, what happened? Moved up, ran 6 inches, Fortune on the squad. Moved up, ran 4 inches, Fortune on this guy. Guide on the Warwalkers. They moved out here, gunned into the Ravager that was there, exploded it. Shooting from this guy, got 1 shot through the cover save because he was firing through his own dudes. And this thing actually got wrecked. Those guys popped out. And then the snipers here gunned down the 3 dudes. There's one still lying there as a corpse, but we gunned down the 3 Trueborn there for another kill point. Over here, snipers tried to fire at something, but they didn't get too much. They didn't connect with too much. Over here, though, we had some weapon over there. Over here, managed to explode this vehicle. Got through the cover save, so a little bit of bad luck there for the Dark Eldar player. But these guys popped out. They aren't pinned though, and I think only 2 guys died from the explosion. So that's the Incubi over there. Meanwhile, we fired some stuff. This guy only had his missile in range, connected here, but couldn't get through the save. The flicker field over there. So, that was it for that, and a pretty good turn to start. We've got 4 kill points already, but we're going to see it's only early in the game. Okay, so, just turn 2 coming mid, bottom of turn 2 wrap up, because there's exciting combat starting everywhere. Incubi fleeted 6 inches. These guys ran 6 inches as well for fleets. So they got into combat. They double charged my Avatar and my unit of Wraithguard. Over here, these guys got in, charging these guys. They're probably going to be paced. Over here, terrible luck for my Wraithlord. A single Venom fired at him, and he just failed. I think he took 5 or something like that. Saves, man. Somehow, he got really good dice. 7 saves from that thing, and I failed 3 of them easily, and he just died. So that's a kill point there. Missile came into here, killed 2 more guys, but the unit held their leadership. And that was about it. Some shooting. No, that was it. Oh, shooting over here killed 1 guy, but they didn't have to make a leadership check yet because there's only 1 guy out of 6. So that is it. We're going to come back with this. So rounding up that turn. No surprise over here. Just cleaved right through the unit. Consolidated only 1 inch. Got a kill point there. Over here, the flukiest charge I've ever seen. Managed to slaughter 5 of my Wraithguard with some kind of BS, some total bullshit somewhere. Even though he needs 6s, got a bunch of 6s everywhere. Avatar rolled all 1s to wound with his attacks. That was amazing. Nuts. Eldrad put up 2 wounds in, but they made their invulnerable because these guys charged into Eldrad. He had to put his attacks into the invulnerable save guys. These guys put some wounds in everywhere, but saves made everywhere. This guy just missed with both of his Witchblade attacks. Pretty brutal. So we lost terribly. We lost by 4. We killed 1 guy. But of course they're fearless with the rerolls, so we just stuck it out. So that's incredibly annoying, but so be it. And then on to bottom of turn 2 here we go. So rounding up this turn, not a great turn. I did manage to Fortune that squad, doom the guys over here, fired everything. Warwalkers. Those guys, snipers, finally gunned them down for a kill point. This guy tried to fire at this Wraithlord at that Venom back there, but just couldn't get through the flicker field. Stupid flicker field. Saved him. These guys over here tried to fire at this vehicle, but couldn't even get a single rend in. Over here, combat again just continues to be pretty crappy. We killed 1 guy, they killed 2 of these guys just because I guess this is their HQ, killing 2 every turn. Avatar keeps screwing up, keeps missing or rolling ones to wound, no good. And is on to... okay, so rounding up, I think that was top of turn 3. What happened here? Combat continued. We still lost by 1. We lost 2 guys, only killed 1 in return. Eldrad now is finally going to be touching these guys, though, because they were not in contact with anybody. All I have left is Eldrad, 1 Warlock, 1 guy here, and the Avatar. Avatar, again, failed to kill anybody. Just, like, cannot hit, cannot wound very well. The 4+ invulnerables on these guys making a big difference, really, now. Over here, tons of shooting at the walkers. 1 shot from this guy, a couple shots from those guys. Blew away 1 walker, made it so this guy can't shoot. Some shooting against the Wraithlord from the Venom, but he passed all of his saves there. And that was about it. That guy went flat out towards that part of the board. So on to my bottom of... I think it's so rounding up bottom of turn 3. Yes, combat's still not looking good. Eldrad just can't hit, just misses with every attack. These guys managed to kill my 1 guy, put a wound into Eldrad, because only 4 attacks from the Incubi that chose to attack him. All of them hit, all of them wounded, and Eldrad failed his rerollable 3+ on a wound. So he took a wound. What are you going to do? Just, it's one of those days. But we tied combat because we actually managed to kill 1 over here from the Avatar finally, and we put another kill onto one of the Incubi. So, yeah, it goes on here. What else happened? Sorry, my turn. So we managed to explode that Venom for a kill point. But then the Combine shooting from these guys, and these guys literally couldn't kill 2 dudes, because one, or 3 dudes. So 1 guy survives by some stupid miracle from all this shooting. But I think we're going to get him soon, so be it. And on to the next turn. So combat continues over here. We won combat by 1. We killed a witch, killed 1 Incubi. They managed to kill our last, Warlock for a unit, for a point there. The witches ran away from him. He just cleaved through them. He's free now, so he consolidated 5 inches. Over here, Eldrad took some attacks, but survived them. Shooting over here blew away both of these guys. Even though they had cover, I failed all my cover saves against everything. They just got blown away. No good. Some lances tried to fire at him here though, and they missed. These guys popped out and tried to go up the buildings, but couldn't quite make it. So they are out in the open. So that kind of helps me a little bit. And it is on to bottom of turn 4. Rounding up, that was bottom of turn 4, I guess, right? Bottom of turn 4. Gong Show combat. No wounds caused anywhere. Eldrad can't hit for the life of him. Over here, Avatar comes in, melts that thing, blows it up. These guys fired into here. Somehow only put 1 wound in him. These guys fired into there, couldn't get a single hit, not a single wound there. These guys fired into here, missed with everything, no wounds caused. He moved up, fired at that guy, got a penetration, but of course made the save, so the flicker field. So not a great turn, but back with turn 5 up, top of turn 5 over here, combat. Eldrad finally killed that 1 guy, took no wounds in return. But this guy, Archon stuck around in combat. Over here, this guy charged up the Homunculi, has some crazy flamer, hit 3 guys, 2 guys died, they made a leadership, charged into us, but we managed to kill him before he could attack, because he was down to 1 wound. For a kill point. Over here, this guy charged in, flamed 3 guys to death, 2 guys to death, sorry, killed 1 guy in combat. We lost combat, but we stuck it out over here. Shooting from every lance over there, managed to drop him down to 1 wound after he was fresh, so he's almost dead here. And on to bottom of turn 5. Eldrad Avatar got in there, doomed on that guy, fortune on Eldrad. We couldn't get any wounds through his 2+. We caught 6 wounds on him, but he didn't even fail a single one. But he couldn't cause any wounds in return, so that's just a gong show. These guys kept firing at him. 3rd turn in a row, couldn't finish him, but finally these snipers turned that way and fired at that lone guy. Finally blew away for kill point. Over here, Gong Show combat, except we did win. We put 1 wound into the Homunculi. He couldn't wound us in return. He stuck around in combat. This guy fired over there and just immobilized the Ravager. So here we go. We're going to see if the game ends on a 1 or 2. Oh, continues. Turn 6. Here we go. Okay, top of turn 6 real quick. Now, it took every lance from these vehicles, but they finally took down the Wraithlord for a kill point over here. We lost combat by 1, but we stuck it out. Avatar finally chops through 1 2+ invulnerable save failed. Strength 6 kills him instantly. They consolidated only 1 inch each. And that was it. Those guys kept moving forward. Okay, surrounding up bottom of turn 6 over here. Avatar just moved up, ran only 1 inch. Eldrad moved back over here. He's down to 1 wound. Over here, this guy finally killed in combat for a kill point. The last Pathfinder gained another pain token, so he's got feeling pain now because he gave his token away earlier. Missile from these guys blew away that Ravager, exploded it for a kill point. These guys here tried to fire on that unit because there's nothing else to shoot at, but didn't even get any wounds through. And we're gonna see if the game ends 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, it ends. So it's 13-6 for Eldar, but a good bloody game, my friend. Thank you, sir. All right.